When I left Trayvon in January, it was in fear to my life.
Miss Locke, you got to pay child support. That has nothing to do with the past. This is about the future. The child lives with Mr. Hoskins, will live with Mr. Hoskins in the future. All right, Mr. Williams, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Jasmine Marie Locke.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Can you give me the names and ages of the child we're here for today?
Kimani Dior Murray, and he's 1.
Thank you so much. And for that child, you are not requesting a DNA test, is that correct?
No, sir.
You're asking that the court establish Mr. Hoskins as the father of that child, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, did you hear the previously agreed to terms I read out into the record?
Yes, sir.
Are those still your agreements?
Today we're diving into a courtroom drama that starts with high stakes. A mother lays out the basics of paternity and child details. Jasmine Locke steps forward, confirming her child's identity and agreeing on the father legally. The court begins with the seemingly simple matters: name change and health coverage. But beneath the surface, the tension of parental responsibilities is already brewing. This is where the story truly begins.
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to move on to the contested issues, which, as I have them now, currently are conservatorship, medical support, possession and access, and the name change. So let's start with the easiest of those 4, the name change. Are you requesting that your child's name be changed today, ma'am?
No.
You would not like the name change to be Murray-Hoskins? That's not what you're requesting today?
Oh, yes, I agree to that.
So you are requesting the name change to Murray Hoskins for the child, is that correct?
Yes, Trayvon requested that, and I accepted.
Yes, ma'am, no problem. Now, as far as the medical support, how is the child currently covered under health insurance?
Medicaid.
And would you like him to keep that coverage?
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason you would rather have the child on Medicaid as opposed to possibly the father's insurance?
It's not really a reason. I just didn't see the difference very much, so he's already covered, so.
Okay, well, the state would be of the mind that if the father has insurance that's reasonable at a reasonable cost available to him, that the father carry that insurance through his employer. Now, if you had a reason, like you go to the same doctors or
Yes, sir.
Or things of that nature, are you basically saying Medicaid better fits your medical situation for the child?
Yes, sir. He has a doctor here in Bell County.
And that's why you're asking that he continue to have Medicaid, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. One moment.
Now the real tension kicks in. Over 100 miles separate the parents, and probation restrictions complicate matters. Jasmine explains her limits, while the court navigates the logistics of standard visitation. Who drives where? How will the exchanges work? Each answer exposes the friction and sets the stage for custody conflicts. The drama of distance, parental rights, and responsibility starts to unfold in a way that will keep you hooked.
As far as possession and access, now, where do you currently live?
I live in Killeen, or
And where
Temple,
does your
Texas, sorry.
No problem. And where does Mr. Hoskins live?
In Dallas, I believe so. I'm not very sure.
So that's over 100 miles apart, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So would you be in agreement or disagreement with giving the father a standard possession order with the over 100 miles provisions?
He's the custodial parent, Mr. Williams.
My apologies, Your Honor. Ma'am, would you be in agreement to having a standard possession order where you would be able to have visits based on the 100 miles apart provisions in that order?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, previously you both requested a non-disclosure, so where would you like to have the pickups and drop-offs take place?
Preferably in Buc-ee's in Temple, Texas, off North General Bruce Drive.
And Temple, that's an address closer to you, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm currently on probation. I cannot leave the county. That's why I requested something closer.
Yes, ma'am. And you're not, or the probation, was it to do with anything involving violence between yourself and Mr. Hoskins or the child?
No, sir.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And you're asking that there be an exchange location at the Buc-ee's in Temple on 4155 North General Bruce Drive. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Now, As far as the conservatorship piece, who currently has possession of the child?
Trayvon has possession of the child unwillingly. I feel like he kidnapped him without my permission.
Okay,
So,
hold on 1 second. How long has he been in possession of the child?
that's February 20th.
Now, since he's had possession of the child, who's been making the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
Trayvon.
Do you have any say in those decisions at all?
No, I have tried. They will not contact me. I have no contact with my son. I try, but I get no response.
So is that the reason you're seeking a joint managing conservatorship with the father today?
Yes, sir. I just want what's best for Kimani. I feel like he deserves both parents.
So do you believe you and the father could make decisions equally that could affect the child? Could y'all make decisions together for the child?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that one more time, sir?
Do you believe you and Mr. Hoskins can make decisions together that could to equally co-parent the child? Do you think y'all could work together to raise this child?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I believe as far as the medical, the state is requesting if the child were to stay state medical, the state is requesting the state is requesting that they be paid at $60 per month beginning July 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
Disagreement.
And why is that?
60 months, he's already covered through his Medicaid, so.
You do understand that Medicaid is not free, Ms. Locke, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as far as the payment that's being paid out is money going back to the state for the coverage for the child. Does that change whether or not you agree with that medical at $60 per month?
Yes, sir.
So now you do agree to the medical at $60 per month? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I believe that is the extent of the questions I have for you now. Currently, ma'am, at this time, Your Honor, I'd like to call the father, Mr. Hoskins.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. What about child support?
I'm currently messaging the person that prepped the case to get the child support amount because I don't have it currently. I was going to revisit that after I question the father and get the agreement, Your Honor, if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Trayvon Marquise Hoskins.
Thank you, sir. And can you give me the names and age of the child we're here for today?
Kimani Dior Murray. He's going to be 1 year old. Birthday December 29th, 2023.
Thank you so much, sir. And just to confirm, you aren't seeking DNA in this case. Is that correct?
No, I'm not seeking DNA.
You're asking the court to establish you as the father of the child in today's case. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Now, did you hear those agreements it was a little bit earlier, so it's been a minute, but did you hear the agreements I previously read out into the record?
Yes.
Are those still the agreements between yourself and the other party?
Correct. To have the name hyphenated.
Hold on. That wasn't agreed to. That was contested. I'm just saying the agreed portion. That was at the very beginning. Would you like me to read those to you again?
Yes. Could you go over that again?
No problem, sir. The parties are agreed that you are to be established as the father of Kimani, born December 29, 2023. Parties are in agreement there's been family violence in the past 2 years.
Here's where the dispute sharpens. The mother claims the father took the child without permission, fueling a heated back and forth. The court carefully interrogates timelines and possession facts. Every word carries weight because it determines who will make decisions for the child. The suspense rises as viewers see both sides laying their truth, preparing for the critical custody and co-parenting decisions ahead.
Parties are both requesting a non-disclosure of their address. Parties are in agreement for there not to be a geographic restriction. Parties agree you have one other minor biological child. Parties agree that the mother is currently working at a temp agency and accepts jobs as they come. As far as the child support and retro, y'all attempted to agree that there be none of that, but judge has already employed that he's going to order something on the child support piece. So you can agree or disagree there, but we're going to continue as followed. And court costs are billed to the non-custodial parent. Those are the extent of the agreements as I have them. The ones that I've read out, are those still your agreements right now, Mr. Hoskins?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Correct.
Thank you. Now let's move on to the contested issues. And as I set this up before with Ms. Locke, I'll break them down to you at the beginning. There's an issue with the name change, conservatorship, medical support, and possession and access. So we'll start with the easier of the things I think now, which is the name change. You heard the mother's testimony that she will be requesting the name be hyphenated Murray Hoskins. Is that what you're requesting the last name to be as well, or what would you like the last name to be changed to, sir?
That's correct. I agree.
You're in agreement for Murray Hoskins?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, as far as the possession, are you in agreement with giving the mother the standard possession order for over 100 miles?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Thank you so much. Now, as far as the exchange location, the mother is suggesting the Buc-ee's in Temple, Texas. Would you be in agreement for that to be the exchange location?
Is there any way that we can make it a little closer to Dallas? Because that would be requiring me driving majority of the way. I understand.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I understand that she may be under some type of travel restrictions at the time, but I work 2 jobs, so it's a little hard. But if that is the case, maybe I can agree to look.
Would you possibly be in agreement to meet at the Buc-ee's in Hillsboro at 165 State Highway 77 in Hillsboro, Texas?
Correct. Now,
hold on, Mr. Hawkins. Now, would you be requesting that your mother, Ms. Shanette Hoskins, be the person doing the pickups and drop-offs for the exchange?
Correct.
So that is your request as far as the actual exchange location?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Now I want to move on to the actual medical support. The child is currently covered, it seems, but it looks as though you would like to have the child put on your insurance. Is that correct?
Correct. I would like to place Kimani under TRICARE through the military. And
TRICARE through the military?
Yes, sir.
And how much would that cost you monthly through the military?
Right around, I'm not sure, because it's a benefit, so I would have to look into it.
Okay. But do you believe it'll be less than what we're asking you to pay for as far as the Medicaid?
Correct.
Now, what is your response to the mother's testimony that all of the doctors and the medicines and all that have already been cleared through the coverage she has right now? What is your response to that as far as switching to yours from what she currently has?
It would just I would have more access to getting health care where I live, just because the Medicaid plan that he is on is only available in the county that she lives in, and I don't live in it.
Okay. Now, is it possible for you to find the cost of that through TRICARE for us briefly? Do you have no time to possibly find what that's going to cost you?
Correct.
We need the actual cost.
Yes, sir. Averaging cost for a minor is right around $74.94 per month, including all co-pays and prescriptions.
So $74.94 will be the cost for you through TRICARE. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you know if the child's doctors currently that they had under Medicaid are they able to see the exact same doctors without any obstacles or hurdles through your insurance, or will they have to change doctors and everything? Do you know?
So they'll be able to visit.
Trayvon Hoskins presents his perspective, agreeing on paternity, but challenging medical arrangements. The discussion of Medicaid versus TRICARE becomes a strategic battleground, with costs, access, and convenience all in play. The stakes are financial and deeply personal, highlighting how even routine decisions like insurance can become a flashpoint in co-parenting conflicts. Every answer here shapes the balance of responsibility.
Any hospital available, they would just, since it's through the U.S. Army, they'd just predominantly recommend them to go on base to get seen by a physician, but TRICARE is available.
Now, TRICARE is used at that $74. We'll round it up to $75 per month. We're going to ask that the mother reimburse you the cost of that for the cost of the TRICARE at $75 per month. Would you be in agreement or disagreement for the mother to reimburse you the cost beginning July 1st, 2025?
That's fine. I'm in agreement.
Okay. Now I want to move on to the final piece that you guys appear to be disagreeing with, and that's the conservatorship. Did you hear the mother's testimony that you've had possession of the child since February 2025?
That is incorrect. I've had my child since February 2nd. She had, we had, and she had visited with him prior. I returned him to my mom's house saying that he was sick. She could not get him to eat. Once we had came back from Dallas, picked him up, returned him home, we had brought him back. She was supposed to pick him up. She didn't. We came when we were coming back. We brought him back home, and he's been with us since then. February 20th, he was around that time. He was with with his grandmother, my mom, but he was still in my possession at that time.
Right. But I don't know if you heard me before. Is it true you've had possession since February 2025 of this year, February of this year?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now, as far as, did you hear the mother's testimony previously where she's requesting a joint managing conservatorship?
Yes.
Do you agree or disagree with that joint managing conservatorship request?
I disagree. At the moment, I am currently married and have a wife with other children on the way. And I feel like we are more making decisions.
Now, you understand with conservatorship, it's more so in relation to yourself with Ms. Locke, not in relation to yourself with your new spouse. You understand that, Mr. Hoskins?
Yes.
And as far as the conservatorship piece, do you believe you and Ms. Locke can together equally co-parent and make decisions to help the child? Absent, not including your wife, just literally yourself and Ms. Locke. Do you believe the two of y'all can make decisions together to equally co-parent the child?
In regards of like schooling and
the things that come with raising a child, do you believe the two of y'all can make those decisions together?
Yes.
So you would be in agreement with a joint managing conservatorship, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you so much. I believe that is the extent of the questions that I have for you currently, sir. Your Honor, at this time, I would like to pass this witness as well.
Okay, but I still need some questions on child support.
Your Honor, my apologies. Let me recall Ms. Locke, if you don't mind. Ms. Locke, can I have one additional question for you. It looks as though we use the minimum wage presumption to calculate your income. Using the minimum wage presumption, we came out with a gross monthly amount of $1,257 and a net amount of $1,100. We're going to ask that child support be set at $193 per month. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that, Ms. Locke?
Disagreement.
And could you explain to the court why you disagree?
I disagree because I feel like Kimani was ripped from me. He stated that he's been having Kimani since January 2nd. That is incorrect. I have all proof of me dropping him off February 20th for his birthday party and them never responding to me or having any access to my child. And then getting served child support papers 3 days later and stated that we are not going to court for child support numerous times, not only out of his mouth, his spouse's mouth, and the attorney general. I was off the assumption that today was not for child support whatsoever.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court about your case, Ms. Locke?
Yes, sir. When I left Trayvon in January, it was in fear to my life. We were co-parenting through his mother, Shanette Hoskins. We were going back and forth, no issues. Shanette Hoskins asked me, hey, can you drop Kimani off for Trayvon's birthday on February 20th?
Objection, hearsay.
Objection.
Is there anything else
I don't really need to know about the child being a certain date or y'all disagreeing with dates. The child lives with Mr. Hoskins.
Yes, he kidnapped him.
The courtroom reaches a pivotal moment. Can these parents truly co-parent? Initial resistance meets clarity as the father weighs his current family life against joint responsibilities with Jasmine. The court presses for honesty and cooperation, and ultimately, they agree on joint managing conservatorship. This segment delivers high suspense as viewers witness conflict, negotiation, and the moment where co-parenting is officially defined.
He kidnapped from me.
You have not filed
He
anything
kidnapped
legally.
him without my consent and moved to a whole other county. I feel like this is unfair.
You're talking over me, Ms. Locke?
As of I pay child support.
You're talking over me, and then you want me to do something in your favor? That's not going to work. That's not how that works. You have not filed anything legally with the court to get the child back. You have not filed haven't hired an attorney, haven't done anything. So you can't complain that he kidnapped the child if you haven't filed anything on your own.
Sir, I don't have the money for an attorney, and I've talked to police officers, everybody that I have tried.
You haven't filed anything. So don't tell me that he kidnapped the child if you haven't filed anything with the court. This is what we're doing today, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and make a decision here. It's pretty easy here. We're establishing Mr. Hoskins as a biological father legally. Mr. Hoskins is admitting to paternity. Y'all have agreed that there's been a finding of family violence. If y'all have agreed on that, I don't know why we're discussing conservatorship. It's automatically going to be sole managed conservatorship, because if there's family violence issues before, then that tells me y'all cannot reach agreements on things. So there's no reason to even talk about joint managing. Mr. Hoskins will be a sole managed conservator for him to make the decision, since y'all can't do that together. Y'all have agreed to a name change to Murray-Hoskins. I don't know who Murray is, but y'all agreed to that. That's fine. Either one of you will need to take a copy of this court order to the birth certificate office to change the child's name, and then you'll also need a visit with the Social Security office to change the name there after you get a copy of the birth certificate. So one of you will need to take the extra step. This order won't do that by itself. Y'all agreed to a mutual non-disclosure of your address since y'all can't get along. Y'all agreed to no geographic restriction, which of course makes sense since y'all don't live in the same place. Court costs billed to Ms. Locke. As far as insurance is concerned, the child should not be on Medicaid under Ms. Locke. The child does not live with Ms. Locke. So, Mr. Hoskins, you're going to be ordered to carry health insurance through your employer. You need to give a copy of your insurance card to Ms. Locke so that she has that when the child is in her possession. But you will be the one primarily ordered to provide insurance, and we shouldn't have Medicaid if the child doesn't live with Ms. Locke. So that needs to be changed. We're doing visitation, standard visitation orders, which is what we're going to do, which is first, depends on where y'all live. If you live over 100 miles apart like you do now, it's 1 weekend per month. I'm not doing exchange location where the mother lives. That doesn't make any sense. Normally the pickup and drop offs will be with where Mr. Hoskins lives, but if y'all want to meet in Hillsborough, that's fine. That makes sense. That's about halfway. Y'all aren't that far apart, but that's a reasonable request. That'll be the exchange location. If you're not able to go there, Ms. Locke, that's not my issue. That's not Mr. Hoskins' issue. If you have some criminal issues that are preventing you from leaving the area, that's not nothing I can do about. So if you can resolve your other issues that are unrelated to this case, then you can go to Hillsborough to do the pickup and drop-offs. I'm not dictating who's going to be there. Y'all can designate who will do pickup and drop-offs. Obviously, don't pick a person that's going to cause a fight or anything like that. But y'all will meet there for the exchanges. It doesn't have specific dates, so Ms. Locke, you need to notify Mr. Hoskins maybe 3 days before when you intend to do visitation, so that way he knows to set that up. Since y'all live over 100 miles apart, we don't know which weekend you're available for, so you need to let Mr. Hoskins know in advance. You cannot keep the child after your visitation ends. There will be a court order that gives Mr. Hoskins custody. That's what we're doing here in this order. So if there's any thoughts about taking the child and not bringing him back, that's not going to happen. That would actually be a kidnapping charge if you did that. So you're going to return the child back at the Buc-ee's in Hillsborough at the end of your visitation. Medical support ordered against the mother in the amount of $75 a month to reimburse the father for health insurance. And Ms. Locke, you got to pay child support. That has nothing to do with the past. This is about the future. The child lives with Mr. Hoskins, will live with Mr. Hoskins in the future, and so you have to financially support your child. Child support is ordered to $193 a month. You get to pay both of those every month. If you're working as a temp person and skipping from job to job, you will need to send in your own payments because it's going to be hard for them to take it out of your check if you're skipping jobs every few months or every few weeks. You must make payments through the child support office. You cannot pay them directly to Mr. Hoskins or to the child. So if you're doing that, once you get a final full-time job, then notify the AG's office where you're employed so they can just take it out and get it out regularly. But while you're kind of temporary, you're going to need to send it in, and you need to send it through the child support office so they can keep track of your payments. If you don't make your payments, they can file an enforcement case against you, which could mean jail time. So it's very important that you pay your payments every month. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything there. So the Attorney General's office is going to put my ruling in a court order for me to sign. They will email you a copy. Y'all both must follow the orders, even if you don't agree. And that's the order of the court. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Finally, the court delivers its decisive ruling. Paternity is confirmed, conservatorship established, child support and insurance responsibilities clarified. Visitation schedules, exchange locations, and enforcement consequences are laid out clearly. Every issue reaches resolution, giving viewers a sense of closure. If you've been following the tension, this is the moment it all pays off. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.